just first of all, just talk about Rachmaninoff, because Rachmaninoff illustrates in a way a point I made earlier about Brahms. He had the absolute genius for building music, and then just as you thought there was going to be a climax of the music, he just pulls away again. Then he goes again, and then just pulls away. And then there's just one in this movement where it's just this incredible, glorious climax. And that is his style. He's kind of coaxing you and just trying to make you get all excited, and then he calms you down. It's like that all the time. In every phrase, there's a feeling of that pulling. And that's why it's so emotional. That's why Rachmaninoff appeals so much to everybody, because there is this extraordinary quality where he just knows it's a human. He's controlling human emotions so well. And of course, he was an amazing pianist, so he writes fantastic things for the piano. And he writes a conversation for the cello and the piano in an unusual way. It's so different from any other duo sonata in that sense, that the cello is kind of like maybe a wind instrument in the orchestra symphony that has something to say and has, a comment here and a comment there. And he doesn't use it as a solo instrument so much. And yet, of course, the music would be nothing without it. And then he kind of waits until you get the slow movement, which is this glorious duo, isn't it? I'd just like to talk about how to handle that, and also how to use your energy and how to make the conversations work, and how to be more convincing with your ideas, which is, of course, what we're always trying to do, be more convincing with the message of the music. And, it made me, while you were playing it, it made me ask the age-old question, which is why? Why are you doing this? Why is the music like this? Why is this the message? I mean, just always the why. Why is this the sound you choose? Why is, if you ask those questions, this big question to yourself all the time, and then you come up with some sort of answer, then you're fulfilling your role as an artist. You are explaining something to us, which we need to know. Now, let's do some illustrating and let's do some discovery about what you can do for you as a cellist, as a musician, and to work together. I know you've only just kind of played together, so it's amazingly good considering this, that you just started. So please, can you start once more? That's lovely. It's all a question, isn't it? I would say it's a question. What's happening when you play? I mean, it's not even telling us what the key is. It's not even giving us anything to start with. And, it's the quality of sound and your own question. Even the change, because this is one thing, but a semitone is revealing. In music, if it was, we open our eyes, but it's, this is genius music. This is what music is about, isn't it? This is just one change of note, is a little twist in your gut. It's a turn in your heart. It's a moment. So I want you to think about how the sound is going to be, because if you play without vibrato is quite stern and quite cool. Is that really the message you want to make? I'm not sure. I'm not convinced that's the message you want to be cool. You want to be a little bit mysterious, maybe. I would guess. But if you play and then change your vibrato now, then you're changing the message. I want you to be more focused on the message. I would say, first of all, This is your first note. That's your second note. You can do it a million different ways. There's no rule except the fact the composer doesn't say, he doesn't say that, and he doesn't say this. He just plays, but you know, by changing that semitone, he's giving you very strong messages already. And then the piano's going to take it. Just play the first one and think carefully about the sound and the change of note. It's almost like two words. Okay, and one more time. You know, it's very dangerous. Hold your breath and play, because we have no sense. It's not good for you physically. It doesn't help you send something to us. It doesn't prepare us. If you were going to play, you would breathe like this, wouldn't you? And we would understand that was how it was. But you go, if you don't breathe at all, there's no message. And so actually you're going to breathe almost out. Yeah. Look, this is communication of human beings. There are messages going on all the time. We don't even know about them. But we should understand them better. We should understand that when you communicate with a group of people, lots of messages have to be given. The way you move, the way you breathe, the way you introduce it is going to give us... It's going to give us all sorts of understandings. And what you're trying to do is to draw us into an atmosphere. You're not trying to surprise us with this opening, are you? It's not a surprise. So can you prepare yourself? Look, you want to gather everybody together and say, listen, everybody, now listen. Yeah? It's a little prayer, isn't it? Yes. Okay, so we have, listen, can you play with me, Duncan? He's joining me now. He joins me there, yes? And then he just elaborates a little bit. Yeah? In music, when we do things separately, that's normal. Everybody's always doing separate things. We're all individuals. But when we do something together, it's a joyous thing. It's a beautiful moment. And in music, it's just explaining that. He's just playing with you, and you're waiting for him. And when he plays that, then you can release. And you can say, oh, good. And then you're going to give him a little bit of rhythm. A little bit more. Now he's going to say a little bit more. He's adding in a triplet in it. So he's developing the idea already. So play the second one for me. Now you're elaborating. Already we're showing the development of the music. It's getting more serious. And he wants a bit longer to speak now. You're going to have to hang on a bit longer. Yeah. Okay, one more time from the beginning. Go on. Sorry, you have to remember that there is a pulse. And the purpose of the pulse is a heartbeat. That's what the pulse is. It tells us, everybody, this is the tempo. This is a kind of resting tempo. It's a resting heartbeat, yeah? It tells us, because if it was like this, we know we have to be excited. But because it's like this, we understand that it's calm. But if you stop the heartbeat, we're going to get in a terrible panic. You know, if you don't have, your heart doesn't beat, you're going to get worried. First, you're going to get worried. So, you know, it's a predictable thing. Your heartbeat is going, it gives us security. We have a sense of momentum. And you have to go, body. That's the second one, sorry. Okay, yes. But now you're together, yes?
Now, yeah.
So give him the impulse. And also, yes. Everybody needs it, because you're not anymore, yes. Now we're moving on. Yeah. Give me a breath for this. Yeah. Yeah, so he writes. And then it's growing. But don't get too strong yet. There's a lot more to go. Yeah? Even the first one, not too much. Yeah. Can you surprise us? You know, he doesn't write diminuendo, does he?
Yeah, no. It's metaphorical.
There's no diminuendo. You know, composers write everything they want in the music. So they write the notes. They write they're creating music. And we have directions which say diminuendo means get softer, crescendo means get louder, forte means strong, pianissimo means very soft. And when they're writing the music, they're creating everything together. So they don't want you to play. They don't write. Then they've written that and they say, okay, now how can I make that sound nice? I know what, I'll make it softer and then crescendo. No, they don't do that. They create the music as they feel it and as it's in their mind. Maybe the whole piece is in their mind and they're building everything together. And when they write mezzo forte, they want you to stay mezzo forte. In this case, he writes subito piano, subito pianissimo, which means he's writing a surprise. And actually, it is a surprise. One more time. Yeah, Francesca, wait. I'm losing the tempo.
Yeah.
You're thinking very hard, which is wonderful, but you have to feel all the time, whatever's going on, even if you're talking about something else, this is going on. Your heartbeat's going on all the time. Don't think about it. It has to be there. Don't stop. You know, the music's going on. Okay. No question, yeah. Okay, of course, I'm not expecting you to solve all the problems now. I just want you to think about the fact that there must be a continuous thing. When he wants you to slow down, it's just slowing down to this point, which is another question, isn't it, in the music? But don't stop, because otherwise we lose the journey, we lose the sense of movement. Okay, let's go on for now, yeah? Okay, thank you. Okay, now we're into this feeling. Duncan, please just play me the beginning. So, it's so matter of fact. You know, after all this questions, he just play yum bum ba lum bum bum. You know, very simple statement now. He's just saying, let's get on with it. All those questions, let's just get on with it now, yeah? And then you say, oh, wait a minute, I still have something. And now he writes that instead of which would be the natural place to arrive, he writes some. It's just that moment that makes you feel, oh my goodness, what's going to happen, you know? But of course he's playing. It's like, you know, the old black and white movies, the train soundtrack. Rachmaninoff works so well with all the movies, you know. So he's got this train track. He's got the and you're the romantic woman on the train and the steam and everything, you know, like. Oh no. Yeah, it's so tender, it's something so, thinking back, if you like. It's reminiscing, it's not really now. And he's saying, he's taking us through the, you know, you remember those calendars, they threw the calendars, the pages of the newspaper blow away, showing the times changing and all those wonderful old movies. Can you just play it again once more? Matter of fact, and then you say, no, not so matter of fact, actually. Okay, one more time. I want you to listen very carefully. I mean, you know, it sounds free, but you have to be amazingly exactly with him. And he can't go, because there's something wrong with the train then, definitely. And we are going to churn to a halt any moment. So, you know, the art of chamber music, playing chamber music, is to listen to other people and the other person more than yourself. Okay, good. Okay, I'm just illustrating. I'm using it because we can't play the whole thing, you know. So I'm using each thing to illustrate something. Look, you play. That's the first phrase. This is the second phrase. Yeah. You're reacting to what you just said. You just thought something, and now you're thinking, oh. Second thought. It's not the same thought. And if you just listen to the music, one is up here, one is down here. That's very clear that it's not the same. So something has to change. It's emotionally changing. But he's writing notes which explain that, yeah? Also, technically speaking, be careful. You know, if you play... if you use a lot of bow, what's happening is you're giving messages, the sound has to go... But if you want to be more intimate, don't use too much bow, because then you are being less... I mean, you can't be intimate like this. Yeah, I'm exaggerating, but you understand my point. Okay, sorry. It reminds me of something. What was this? That was the beginning, wasn't it? So, we're using the semitones. It's reminding us. Why did he write that to us? Why? Why am I playing the semitone now? Because he's already set up the understanding of what this is about with the semitone change. Yeah? He's clever. He knows what he's doing. Yeah? And be careful of vibrato, you know. If you want to sing one line, the vibrato has to be really continuous through the notes right to the very end. Yeah. Okay, good. So, this is a development, isn't it? Do you remember how we had development that we had the second time was triplets in the introduction section? Now you have and also semitones. So it's not only a decoration, it's also development. It's also using the same ideas with it. So you have to be expressive. Each time is more. You have to be more expressive. Yeah. Look, the other thing we have to talk about is a little bit about how you control the sound here. This is like a voice box on the cello. You know, this area, you can imagine it's like soft clay or something. You know, soft clay where you are molding the sound. Sometimes you make it smooth, you go across the top like this. Sometimes you go really deep inside the clay. Sometimes you spread it apart. Sometimes you pat it. You know, this area is like something to mold all the time. And you are working with this area here. It's the soul of the cello here, in this area. And when you play, now I'm pushing hard. I'm using that end over there. If I want, I'm using this end. But that is the tools we're working with. We have to use that area, sometimes nearer the bridge, sometimes away from the bridge, sometimes silky, sometimes. But we are using this area. And we have a tendency to think everything up here. And then it filters down into movements here. And the last thing that you're thinking about is this place where it really counts. Try to stop thinking about things here and start thinking about this place. So that you're controlling the sound in a different sort of way. Look, this is a kind of very subtle thing you have to, it's very profound how you use the instrument because it's coming from you as a player and you are giving instructions to the cello to speak your words for you. And it takes years to learn that language and to speak it really beautifully. You know how it is, you can listen to a radio play or some poetry being spoken by somebody who speaks so incredibly wonderfully. They can communicate the same poem in a way that just breaks your heart. And somebody else would just speak the words. You are speaking through this and you have to control the sounds so that it reflects all of these things that are happening in the music and that you feel. So, okay, one more time. I always say to my students, when I say one more time, I don't mean one more time, okay? Okay, good. Thank you, thank you. So, finally, we're moving into the action has started. Yeah. And of course, there's a lot of breathing now going on. Yeah? And it's this repetition thing. When you have the repetition, it's yes, 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 we're going on. And it's not about how loud you play. The last, you're giving him some messages by playing quite loud, which is, come on, play louder. But you're going to hit the maximum, the ceiling, very, very quickly. So don't give him any suggestion that you want to play loud. Yeah? He doesn't even write it, does he? He doesn't write that you should play loud. It's just the beginning of this adventure now. And it's a new adventure because it's getting exciting. And also it's da-da-da, cha-da-da-da, cha-da-da-da. So the relationship is getting exciting as well. Try it. Yeah, sorry. Can you leave him some space? So da-da-da-da. So I hear what he's doing after you. Because there's not enough. What you have is not interesting enough. And it's not anyway even a third of what he's written. So good, that's better. What's interesting is he writes to go forward a little bit. In Duncan's entry, he's asking to go forward a little bit, and now where you are yum pum pa, yum pum pee, yum pum pee, yum pum pum. He's asking you to just pull it back. So this is, a little bit of excitement with adrenaline, with a tempo, with a heartbeat as well. Not too much, because there's a lot to play in the piano. But also, he doesn't ask for too much, Just a little bit forwards and then a little bit back. And be aware of that when you come. Because now, that little extra excitement, he wants recovery time. What's he going to recover with? He's going to recover with his glorious, incredible Rachmaninoff melodies. That's his way, Break our hearts again. One more time, please, from this place. Just push a little bit tempo and pull back a little bit of the tempo. No, just from his, the same place. Okay, good. Good. Just be careful that you take his tempo. Not a different tempo. If you're going to sing, you have to breathe. Otherwise, you're going to die very quickly. And your muscles are going to die, and your brain's going to, collapse. What have we got here? that whole semitone thing again. It's such a simple, easy, simple. Again, it's back in time in a way, yeah. Very simple, very beautiful, somewhere to breathe. Romantic, vibrato. Now this is a surprise. And it's interesting rhythmically, ya, palm, palm. It's just adding a little bit of something. Yeah? I think we've just run out of time again. Sorry. Thank you.